for this easy, simple, fast little project, we're gonna need a chipboard, graphics chipboard, some kebab sticks. I like these because they are square, toilet paper, a couple of pieces of foam. First of all, we're gonna draw the shape of the head and the final part of our bed. Our bed will be around 1 inch per 2 inches. So I'm creating now the two extremity, 1 inch and ½ inch for one, like that, and ½ inch also on the other side. Okay, and then 3/4 of inch cut another line. Okay, I will explain later why. So now I like to give to the bed a round shape, so we need something round. A washer will be perfect, so I go like that, and then on the other piece I go like that. Now we have this and this. Okay, we cut that. Okay, now we need our kebab sticks, and we're gonna cut 2 pieces of 1 inch and 2 pieces around 3/4 of inch. Cut and cut. Now we need the actual bed. So we need a piece of foam around 1 inch by 2 inches. Okay, you can cut it by hand with your knife, but I will cut it with the Proxon, so it's much easier. So I've cut this. It's around 1 inch and 7/8 per 1 inch, and it's around 3/8 tall. Okay, now this will be our wooden bed with the mattress. Now we need to separate the soft part from the wooden part, so we just trace a line. Okay, around at the in the middle. No need to be precise. Okay, the important part is the lateral part, so the long part. This part is the important. Okay, yeah, let's do also this one. Okay, now we consider this as wood and this as the soft part of the bed. Okay, so we just press like that the soft part a little bit. Okay, with the nail sander we just do like that. a little bit, okay? So we are creating a rounded edges like that, okay? On the bottom part we need to create a wood grain as usual. Now for these two pieces we need a little bit air dry clay, not so much. We use a little bit of PVA glue on our chipboard. Wet your finger a little bit and press the clay. When the pieces are smooth, take it, turn, cut off the excess. Before put everything together, I just I wanna take care of these pieces, so you can do it by a normal sandpaper. I'm using this because it's new and I want to try it. Now for put all together we use some super glue. Now we take hot glue and we put on the foam. I suggest you to use a baking paper here. And one. Try to go in the center. For the pillow, I use another piece of foam around 3/4 inch by 1/4 inch, okay? Again, I've done this with my driller, but you can do it also slower by a sandpaper. Okay, with the sandpaper. A drop of hot glue and the pillow is there. For the blanket we use a piece of toilet paper. We just need watered PVA glue like that. And we go on the bed, okay? I like yeah. Now it's just a matter of drying time. As you can see, now the bed is perfectly dried, and I hope you can notice that I carved in the head of the bed in the final part here. Something you can carve whatever you want. You can draw some lines, even just the wood grain. This time I just decided for some irregular lines, stuff like that. So basically we cutted a piece of foam that is actually 4 centimeter by 5.5 centimeter and large 1.5 centimeter. Then we have 2 wooden planks that are actually 2 centimeter by 5.5 centimeter and around 2-3 millimeter thick. Then a couple of wood planks that are actually 2 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters. Now we start to cut a little bit around in the center our piece. Okay, we are creating a little pocket. Then with our thermocutter we can enlarge it easily. We use this pocket for insert a couple of washers like that. Okay, this will give to our piece a lot of stability and weight. Our piece is built in a wooden plank, so I start with tracing a line around in the middle and then I divide again in the middle this part and in the middle this part. This will be the back of our wardrobe. And now I trace the bigger lines like that. Some knots and some major grains. You can also check my tutorial number 4 for this technique. And for a more realistic touch, with the soft brush, metal brush, I add all the texture that I need. Okay. Now we need to think that this is the plank that we have in the back, and so this one is another piece of wood. Also on the other side. Let's imagine that we have an horizontal plank here and another one here. So like that and like that. And wood. Now you remember the piece 4.5 centimeter that we cut, so now we can use it as a guide for cut also the second one. And we add also here the wood grain. In this little tiny furniture is much better if you don't use hot glue, because the result without will be very clean and neat. So I suggest you to use some tacky glue or PDA glue for do that. Okay, washers are here, so this will be our bottom. So we will use a wood plank in this way, so with the wood grain up. We put the glue, one, and now the other one we will use with the top like that. Okay, so also here we put glue. This is the base for every wardrobe you are creating. Now it's just a matter of taste for creating your doors. We need to understand how long we need this piece. I think this will be 4.5 centimeter tall, so 4.5. Okay, around like that. It's not important if you are very precise here. The important is that the piece is okay, 4.5, more or less like that. So now we take the center, that is actually 1 centimeter here, and around 1.5 centimeter on the side down here, and 1.5 on the other side here. So now we have these 3 points, and I try to connect them like that. Okay, just one. Now we cut it. Okay, now we take this piece and we go on the other one and we use it as a guide. So we cut 4.5 and we cut also this part. Okay, now we have 2 pieces that are actually the same. We are using one on the other side as a guide for the second part. Okay, And now the same on the other piece. So basically with one cut you create 4 identical curved lines. Now I consider that those are like these are like little doors, so I want to create the planks for this. So and do you remember those pieces that we cut out? So from these pieces we can create a couple of metal belt. Okay, 1 and 2. So now we can add now put on the side another piece, so you will have the same height for the other pieces. Okay, so now we need a couple of handle, so I'm using these cheap jewelry pieces. You can use a piece of scrap, piece of foam, put some glue there. Now we take a bath in the glue like that, and we can easily put the handle on one side of your little door. You need to keep your pieces one beside the other, so you have the same height. Okay, and 2. I want to create a drawer here, a couple of drawers actually, so it's very easy. We just need to add the shape. And now we are ready for the doors. And we add now the nails holes. Okay, 4 planks, so 4 holes. 2, 3, 4. Since those are quite thick, I like to think that those are in wood, so let's add some wooden grain also here. I like also put the mechanism on the side, and usually I use little pieces of wood, but you also can use cardboard, even paper. Now for the final touch, I'm using these resin skulls, high quality resin skulls from Green Stuff World. It's a new edition of their skulls. As you can see, they come in this a resin plaque, but it's very easy to take off one of them, okay, like that, so we can add a nice detail on the top of our wardrobe. And voila! Very nice. So first of all, check the link below and download this file, okay? I suggest you to print a couple of them. So you need your template, a graphics chipboard. First of all, you're gonna glue your template on chipboard and then we cut it, okay? Pay attention, the shape of the chest, medium chest B, can be tricky to cut, okay? Now we attach our template to a junk piece of foam, but pay attention, you need to have at least one perfect straight angle on your piece, okay? It's very important. This is 90-degree angle, okay? So we use this angle as base. I suggest you to use a couple of pins, and this will be the base of our chest. Once you have blocked your first piece of template, you need to cut the foam at the length of your template. Now I will use the Proxen, but just I will cut the piece on this position, okay? See you in a bit. You see? Nice. Now I like to overlap the first template with the second one, like that, okay? And once again, we block with a couple of pins. Remember, I told you to print a couple of these pieces, so on the other side, we put the other piece of template. If you have overlapped here, you need to overlap also on the other side, so it's exactly the same height, the same dimension, okay? Okay, now the next step is very easy with the Proxen, but also if you don't have a Proxen, you just need an arch cutter, and you just touch the cardboard, the chipboard, okay? And you follow the shape of our template. Done. Very nice. At the end, you remain with something like that. We remove the template very easily. And if you have some lines that you don't like, you just need to sand a little bit. Use a very light sand paper, okay? Now we start to understand the parts of this chest. Basically we need a bottom part and a cover. So it's very important that the main line is the one that divides actually the bottom from the cap, from the cover. Nice. Now it's just a matter of drawing wood planks and wood grains. So let's create a couple of pieces here. And also on the top. On this side of the cover, you need to show the end of the planks, okay? So like that, and here we like that. Now we draw the wood lines, the wood grain, okay? Nice. I'm cutting now a stripe, a couple of stripes around 1/8. Okay, let me see. Do like that. We take the measure and basically we cut. The most important line is this one that divides the cover from the bottom of the chest. So basically our metal stripes need to have also an interruption here, so you can actually open the chest. So we take the measure and we cut. Then you take the measure on the other side and again we cut. So basically our stripe is now divided in 3 pieces. Before glue these pieces we use a punch and we actually create the holes for the metal nails. So we do actually like that. I have always with me these little nails for the for the picture frame. They are very little. Can you see it? They are very little. Basically now we need to enter through the chipboard with our nails like that. So 1 and 2. With a little effort we will succeed in something like that. Okay, can you see it? Now we just cut a little bit, I would say half of the length of the nails, and we are ready for put the first piece on our chest. Try to twist and turn your nail so it can enter easily in the cardboard, okay? Here we go. Okay. So again, now we cut. Once they are passed through the cardboard, remove everything but the one. The first one remains and you start from that one, okay? So one. Now you bend your cardboard and just reuse the same holes. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice. If you want, you can help with a drop of glue. You see? Very nice. Now, for the handles, we take a couple of pieces, little pieces of this rounded kebab stick, and we glue these two pieces on the side. Now for the lock, we need another piece of cheap thin cardboard. A little piece like that. And I give it a shape. Scissor. Little drop of glue. Here we are. Basically, we are ready to paint. Okay guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe this channel. Remember to support this channel through Patreon or PayPal. And yes, I think I see you all on the next episode. Till next time, happy crafting!